your own.
Weird. I don't know how to explain it, but like if there's an object right here, it'll like leap back. It trips me up.
Actually, you've been smoking.
I have. Yes, I'm very
Okay.
fucked up
It's okay.
right now.
I know, I can tell. It's all right.
It's okay.
All right.
I'm here.
Let me cut the music, and then let me put a little marker down so I know when this starts. All right,
I look
guys. Well,
so small.
first of all, welcome. All right, thank you for coming out here. We're gonna go over a lot of the basics, the great axe. We're just gonna focus on great axe. We're gonna go over mobility. We're gonna go over like what you should be spamming, how to build a bloodlust versus a Mauler's Fury setup. Most of you guys should have the hook as your weapon. It's a great weapon to kind of get established and started out with as a bruiser. Y'all should be in medium armor builds, 300 strength. If you can get to 200 con, great. If not, no big deal. First things first, come with me. We're going to start with the first little lesson. I want everyone to take all their points out of Great Axe right now. Just respec it and take all your points out. Remove everything from Great Axe.
Oh, this is my war build. Let me take a picture.
When you guys get everything removed, come with me this way.
Feels like I was new again.
All right. So you guys have always heard about 300 strength, 200 con. I want you to pull up your attributes real quick, and I want you to look at every single milestone of the strength tree. Okay, starting with the first one. 10% damage to light and heavy attacks. All right, second one. 5% damage to slashing and strike damage. The third one. 25% stamina damage from melee weapon light attacks. Okay, so your light attacks do stamina damage. The next one, 10% damage on stunned, slowed, or rooted enemies. 250, which is probably, in my opinion, the most important one that will make or break a good bruiser, is the stamina regen being faster while performing a light or heavy attack with a melee weapon. And then lastly, you have light and heavy attacks with melee weapons gain grit. All right? So why is this important? Whenever you guys are fighting as bruisers, you always notice how there's some people that are just kind of doing this spam, where they're just like light attack, dodge, light attack, dodge. What they're doing is they're fighting at a tempo that can sustain those attacks along with an iframe being the dodge, okay? When they land those attacks with light attacks, they're hitting their stamina of their opponent, but they're also gaining stamina. So like when you, let's say you get down to like, 30 stam, when you're hitting those targets, you're going to get, your stam's going to return a little bit faster, okay? So like what I have every person do when we start is like go smack a tree and just practice that tempo. Like literally light attack, dodge. Light attack, dodge. And dodge the minute your stam gets to 110 or 100 or whatever your max is. And just get a feel for what that tempo is. In combat, when you actually hit the targets, it's going to be a little bit faster than this. But this is your base tempo. You can do this in a fight forever. Like you're not using any abilities at all whatsoever. And this is literally the base of every single Great Axe playstyle. It's just being able to maintain this. Everything else about the build that you put together builds off of this simple concept. The fact that you can maintain your stamina after 2 light attacks, dodging. That's the whole, like, shtick. All right? So now go back to your skills. I want you guys to pick up Reap. Take Reap all the way down. You're going to pick up Keen Edge on the left and just lock in Reap. Take Maelstrom all the way down. Take Gravity Well, just 1 point into it, and then lock those points in. So you guys should have Reap with Keen Edge. You should have Maelstrom, and then 1 point into Gravity Well. When you guys are done with that, I want you to come and throw a Gravity Well on my head.
So we ain't ready.
All right. So, again, remember, the thing that we can always do, light attack, dodge, right? So how do we buff that? What are the things that are available to us that can buff that thing right there? First passive in Great Axe, Greed. Light attacks with your Great Axe gives you a stack of 5% damage for 5 seconds. Grab that passive and lock it in. So what this means is when you're attacking a target and you're chopping them twice, that's 10% damage. You dodge, hit him again, that's 15% damage. You've given yourself a 15% damage increase before you've used any of your abilities. Now, one of you guys asked me earlier, why are we getting opal gems and putting those into our Great Axes? Well, an opal gem will give you another 15% extra damage whenever your stam is low. So now think about that combo again. You're going light attack, dodge. That third light attack that you drop is getting a 15% damage increase plus 10% from your 2 previous light attacks. So we're looking at a 25% damage increase by all you've done is just left click, dodge 1 time. That's it, 25% extra damage. So if you think about it, if you do the whole combo where you land 3 light attacks and you use an ability with your stamina being low, you've just added what, 30% damage to that attack? And all you've done is just move and use light attacks. That's it. So, again, when you're in a fight, remember, you can do this nonstop. And you'll notice that people when they're in a war, this is the bulk of what they're doing. They're just gaining stacks of damage, okay? Now, to add even more damage on top of that, I want you guys to look at your attributes and go look at what 300 strength does, okay? 300 strength is going to add grit to your light and heavy attacks. So that means every time that you're doing this, you're getting grit. Okay, now why does that matter? Well, if we have a weapon that has thwarting strikes, that's an extra 12% damage. So now think of all those damage modifiers we've added by doing nothing besides left clicking and dodging. That's it. You have all that damage like stacked up and added. And if you get your positioning right, when you left click, you will lunge right towards your target. Okay? Now, we have grit up. Because of 300 strength, we have thwarting strike weapons. What is a passive that we can use to buff that? If you open up your Great Axe tree, on the Mauler side, you'll notice Enduring Strike. Anytime you do a heavy attack, you'll get grit. But that doesn't matter because we have 300 strength. It's the second part about this passive that matters. Also grants 12% damage reduction while grit is active. Lock that point in now. So now, when you're just light attacking, you're getting damage mitigation, you're stacking up damage, right? You're hitting their stamina because you're doing an extra, 25% stamina damage on all your light attacks from the 150 strength passive, and you can maintain this all day long. The whole fight, you can just do this. You're not killing your stamina. And when you land hits, your stamina is gonna regen even faster. Okay? So, if you look now at your passives, we have the Reaper tree and the Mauler tree, right? We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more points in either tree to hit those passives. So now what we want to look at is what are the passives that are going to benefit us diving into a fight? Like we've gotten all of our stacks. What is the next passive that's going to allow us to stay in that fight? So on the Mauler tree at the bottom, Crowded Protection, that's an additional 10% damage absorption when there's 3 or more opponents around you. You can't do damage if you're dead. And anytime you can prevent damage from coming in, you want to take it. That's why right now, this current meta, there's so many people using Shirking Fortification. Because think about it. All they have to do is just dodge an attack 1 time, and they're stacking all that fortification up, right? All that damage mitigation. So think of all the damage that you can add up with just light attacks and just dodging. So you're getting all this passive mitigation, all this passive damage, and you haven't used a single ability yet. The bulk of your damage, believe it or not, on a Great Axe is going to come from your ability to maintain pressure with light attacks, because it will snowball the rest of your abilities. If you can effectively land light attacks on your target, you won't need to use all of your abilities. You can save them for big group clumps. right? So let's look on the Reaper tree now. We only need 1, 2, 3, 4 points on Mauler to get to a Mauler's Fury setup, but we need 5 points on Bloodlust to get to a Bloodlust build. So out of the passives that are remaining on the Reaper tree, critical gains means every time you crit a target, 10% of the damage done is going to be returned as a heal. So lock that point in. As a melee, if you hit somebody from behind, it's an automatic crit. So one of the things that you should do as a bruiser is try to get behind your target. And the best way to do that is to sidestep and roll around the target. A lot of bruisers will back jump, or they'll use their iframe backwards, and that does nothing to help you get behind your target. You would much rather crit than not crit, right? And a guaranteed crit on melee is always hitting your target in the back. So when you're fighting somebody, you want to be dodging to the side, either left or right, and then try to arc your camera around so that your next swing is right on their backside. And this becomes a lot easier with slows and stuns and the rest of it. So anytime you crit, anytime you dive into a big clump, and let's say I hit all of you guys with, you know, like a Reap and a Maelstrom all at the same time, if I crit any of that damage, you guys are all going to heal from it. All right, so let's look at the next passive. So now we got 1, 2, 3, 4 points in Bloodlust and 4 points of Mauler's Fury left. Okay? Now, of both of these trees, what is a really good way to increase damage? Well, if you look at Mauler tree, Crowded Well, that first passive underneath, you get an extra 10% burst damage for each player that is grabbed by that gravity well. So if you have 5 players that are grabbed by a grav well, that's 50% extra damage. Look at what gravity well does. So lock that point in. The first thing, an upward swing dealing 99% weapon damage. A lot of people don't know this, but if you're standing in front of your target and you do a gravity well, that swing actually does damage. Most people try lobbing their gravity wells to like hit a target, but what's better is to be right in their face and actually try to hit them with that melee attack. You get no benefit of it traveling further or going like the full distance of gravity well. It doesn't matter. All that matters is that you landed on your specified target, and you can squeeze out a little bit of extra damage if you do it right on them. The next thing that gravity well does, it's going to create that vortex that we all see, right? It's going to pull people in, and it's going to root them for 1 second, all right? It's also going to snare them during that duration, okay? And at the end is the pop for 125% weapon damage. Probably the most important armor perk you could get for a great axe is Insatiable Gravity Well, because it buffs that entire pop at the end. And whenever you have like a big burst, you want to time your pop with your Maelstrom or your Reap or a heavy attack. You want to try to stack as much damage as possible all at the same time. And while they're stuck in that gravity well, get more of those light attack like stacks up. Really important. So if you can hit 4 or 5 people, that's 40-50% extra damage on top of the bonuses of what Insatiable Gravity Well does. All right, so now let's look at our great axe. We got 1, 2, 3 points remaining. And the Mauler's Fury side, to go Mauler's Fury, we have 4 points needed for Bloodlust. So out of the remaining passives that are there, the one passive that's going to keep you in the fight even longer and can be used for both the Mauler's Fury build and the Bloodlust build is Feed. So any attack that you do to someone that's below 30% health, 10% of that damage done is going to be returned to you as a heal. So now you have both forms of self-heals that you can apply to a Bloodlust build or a Mauler's Fury build. So imagine you have Mauler's Fury and you dive into a group of 6 or 7 people and they're at execute. You pretty much can fully heal without using a potion if you hit people below 30% health and it crits. You're gonna instantly heal yourself. So when we're looking at these passives now, we have 3 points remaining. We can either go Bloodlust or we can either go Mauler's Fury. And then this is where you decide really what your playstyle is. The reason why I picked Reap And the reason why I picked Maelstrom and Gravity Well is these are the most versatile abilities to use as a bruiser. Fortifying Whirlwind, it's a technical skill, but I don't recommend people learn it when they're starting out. Your ability to time Gravity Well with Maelstrom and Reap is going to be essential to burst damage in group fights, especially when you're trying to execute people, which is what the job of bruisers really is to put pressure, get in their face, and sweep up those kills when they present themselves so that you can get those self-heals and stay into the fight. So if you want to go the bloodlust route, we have to add 2 passives. Other remaining 4 passives that are available, Death's Embrace and Critical Condition are going to give you the most damage. Frustration will give you 15% damage for 10 seconds, but in this current meta, there's not a lot of people blocking. Maybe in the future, if they add like some kind of nice bonus to heavy armor for blocking, this might be better. But for the most part, people are dodging. So it makes more sense to add a little bit of armor pen and add some extra crit to targets that are below 30% health so that you can potentially get more access to self-heals. The Executioner's speed looks cool, but you're going Bloodlust. You don't need that extra speed. So the last point obviously is going to be Bloodlust, so lock that in. Okay? So what does this mean? So now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. Marcus, I'm going to duel you. Nation, duel Golduku. Revy, duel Lucky Charms.
All right.
So now that we have Bloodlust, Bloodlust is going to give you an extra 15% damage to anyone that's in front of you, okay? Now, this doesn't mean you have to run a straight line at your target. You can actually be circle strafing, like using A and D and maintaining your cursor on your target, and you can maintain that speed, and then you can use W and your camera to like tighten up that circle or go wider on it. And what this extra speed allows you to do is bait abilities in, okay? But also be able to like flank a group without having to dive into them, and you can maintain that extra speed and mobility to outmaneuver them. So we look back at all the ways we can stack damage now. With the Bloodlust build, it's like instantaneous. And when I mean instantaneous, let's say you're on your hammer and then you swap to Great Axe, you instantly get 15% extra damage just by looking at your target. So think about all the damage that we're adding now. If you land your light attacks, okay, and then you dodge, right? That's 15% from the 3 stacks of greed, another 15% for you having your stamina be low, another 15% from having bloodlust. So that's what, 45% extra damage? And all you've done is just look at your target and hit them a few times with light attacks. So now imagine after all that's been stacked up, now you use your abilities. That's how you provide big burst damage. And that's how when there's massive clumps, you hit multiple targets, you might not have to swing 3 times. Maybe you swing 1 time. We want to look at your stacks.
Oh shit, sorry. Sorry, Gold.
All right. So that's how you put together a Bloodlust setup. All right. Now I want you guys, when you're done, just to respec, and we're gonna do a Mauler's Fury setup. We're gonna build that same base build where we have 3 points remaining, and then we're just gonna pick up 2 passives and then Mauler's Fury on the Mauler's Fury tree.
Hit me from behind. See what you.
All right, so when you get a chance, just go ahead and hit respec. So remember, again, we're going to take Reap all the way down, pick up Keen Edge. We're going to grab
16.
Greed. We're going to grab the critical gains. We're going to grab the feed. On the Mauler tree, we're going to take Maelstrom all the way down. We're going to grab Gravity Well. We're going to grab 1 point of Crowded Well. We're going to get Crowded Protection, and we're going to get Enduring Strike. We're right back where we started. So if you wanted to do a Mauler's Fury setup where you're not going to have the movement speed to chase somebody down, and you're not going to have that instantaneous 15% damage when you look at someone, this is more for, I'm going to be in the middle of the fight, and I want to maximize my damage as much as possible by marinating like damage. And by marinating, what I mean is getting the full 10 stacks of Mauler's Fury. So you're really committing to staying on your Great Axe bar. So the last two passives here that are really good to pick up, Unyielding, allies gain 10% fortify when they're in your well. This is another bit of mitigation that you can stack on top of everything else that you have. It helps out your healers. It helps out anyone else that's pushing in the fight on top of all the shirking fortification that you can add to yourself, okay, from your gear. Now you have 2 points left. And really this comes down to preference. I recommend Center of Attention if you want to get an extra 10% damage. However, Mauler's Resolve, whenever you're hit with an ability below 50% health, you get 40 stamina, which in medium armor equates to an extra dodge, an extra iframe. So you can either be a little bit more efficient or have like a rescue influx of stamina through Mauler's Resolve, or you can pick up an extra 10% damage when there's multiple people around you. And that's really how you want to gauge, like, it's how you can fine tune your build. Personally, I like having the extra iframe because I know that if I can stay in the fight longer, I can get my full stacks of Mauler's Fury, no problem. But if I have a solid group, let's say I have somebody in my group that's rocking a Void Gauntlet, well, then I don't really care about this extra stamina. I'm going to go full damage with Center of Attention and then pick up Mauler's Fury. And now I have like a full-blown blender build. And I can just sit here and dive into massive clumps. I have all this extra mitigation at my fingertips. I have all the self-heals available for Great Axe that I can use. You add like a Health Divine necklace to this, and your self-heals are going to be completely maxed out. And that's pretty much it. Like, those are kind of like the two tracks that I would recommend Great Axe players take. And I think the next thing you guys should do is just start dueling each other. Focus on getting those light attack stacks built up before you start pressing in with your abilities. Try to get them to commit to a stun with a hammer by using your dodge. So like here, Nation, let's show you these guys what I'm talking about. Nation, all I want you to do is try to hit me with light attacks, and I'm going to like throw in some Warhammer stuns every now and then, okay? So do you see how like he can maintain pressure, but he has the stamina available to dodge like stuns? That's what you want to be doing. You don't want to be... You actually exhausted yourself. You don't want to do that.
Yeah. I
so you see how he used all of his stamina there? That's what you don't want to do.
In the middle of putting back the...
It's okay. That's okay. Here, let me get Marcus then.
Do you recommend... So let me ask you, do you think you get more damage from Maulers or Bloodlust?
So there is two ways to look at it. Bloodlust is, remember, instantaneous 15% damage when you look at a target. Mauler's Fury will do 30% damage for that passive, plus you can pick up another 10% from Center of Attention. So you're comparing 40% damage to 15% damage. But Mauler's Fury takes more stacks to build up. Okay? So here, Marcus. Remember, we can do this all day long, right? We're playing basically tag, light attacks and dodging. You'll see here, you use all your stam. So now I can land that CC. Okay? Your stamina is your lifeblood. All right? Now, Marcus, I'm going to throw a gravity well at you. And I don't want you to dodge the gravity well. I want you to dodge the pop. You know what I mean by the pop? Show me. Nope. You got hit by it.
Sorry, I was unmuting myself, dude. My bad.
So the key there is save your stamina to dodge when that thing pops, and you'll avoid all that damage because your dodge is an iframe, right? Now with your stamina, I want you to dodge my stuns. Okay, here they come. Oh, you dodged too early.
Yeah, that's literally.
Will you explain what the pop is? Because now I don't know what that is.
Okay, so when the gravity well collapses, that there at the end where that little AoE comes out, it does extra damage. So here, I'm gonna do it on
Yeah,
Marcus.
that's the damage that it does, yeah.
Watch, just watch. See, there, he dodged. He
That
dodged
takes-
out of the
that
pop,
takes-
so you didn't get hit by it. So go ahead and hit me,
Yeah,
Marcus.
that actually took a little longer than I thought it would.
Okay, I'm not gonna dodge it, so you can see it. See how I got hit by it?
Mm-hmm.
So it's very hard to dodge getting caught in a gravity well with medium. You can definitely outroll it in light armor. In fact, you want to. Especially with shirking energy, you're going to be able to sustain that dodging. But as a medium bruiser, you definitely want to be able to dodge out of that pop, because a good bruiser is going to stack damage on top of that pop, so that it's all one massive succinct combination of burst all at once, which will catch their healers off guard because they may not be preloading enough heals to like save that person getting hit. Now, when we go back to like, here, Revy, I'm going to duel you now. I'm going to cancel this one.
Oh no.
No, Revy, all we're going to do is we're going to play tag with light attacks. We're just going to sit here and go tap, tap, dodge, tap, tap, dodge, just like this. And what I want you to look at is your stamina. I don't want you to dodge until your stamina is full. Come on, keep hitting me. Keep hitting me. Come on. I'm just going to move around now so a little bit harder. Now, you notice how when you're hitting me, you're lunging towards me, right? If you're at the right distance, that little sweet spot with melee, you'll actually will lunge forward and maintain that pressure. But look how much pressure you're doing, and you haven't landed a single ability, right? And you can sustain that all day long. So now I want you to do the same thing, okay? But now I want you to hit me with like a gravity well and a maelstrom, and I want you to time your maelstrom when the gravity well pops.
Oh shit.
So yeah, it's just like this. There you go.
I
Perfect.
think I did it just a little too late.
No, that's perfect. And then look, now that I'm low, see how I'm running away? Reap me. This is when you reap. Use the reap. Boom. Now I can't move. See how slow I am? And you just get right back into doing those light attacks. So don't open with that reap. Save that reap to clean up the kill. Yeah, till the end. Reap, the way that this great axe works is when they're below 50% health, it's going to add a 50% snare for 4 seconds. So if you're maintaining good pressure, right, and you're in their face like this and you're dodging behind them, you see how I was able to dodge behind you? Watch this. Watch this. Face me, Revy. So I can like get behind you with that one dodge. That's what you want to be trying to do. You want to be dodging sideways and like turning your camera so that you can try to get behind them as much as possible. So if you can catch them with that crit. Now, what you need to be looking for while you're maintaining that Revy is stuns. So my wrecking ball and my shockwave. Those are the things that you want to be watching for with your stamina, okay? Yes, we can maintain this all day, but nobody's just gonna sit there and like not throw stuns, right? So what you want to do is you want to be saving that stam to dodge through it, right? And you see how there you dodged and then I did the stun. You can dodge again only because you missed the first dodge, but don't dodge 3 times. If you dodge, go ahead and dodge 3 times. Okay, you could be stunned now. You can't do anything, right? I control the whole fight because your character is now exhausted. You don't ever want to get into that position. And the way you prevent that from happening is you keep landing those light attacks. You stay aggressive, okay? And then when you see something coming in, like this right here, what you should have done there is kept attacking. If you kept attacking, your stamina would have regenerated faster. If you would have crit any of those attacks, you would have self-healed. You also are building stacks, okay? So, like, it's kind of counterintuitive, but with Bruiser, the more aggressive you are, it's like the safer you are. Because you're giving yourself more opportunities to self-heal. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So, like, if I'm just, like, critting you, okay, I want to get behind you so I can maintain those crits. All right? And then now I want to sit here and stack that pop with my Maelstrom. And if you somehow survive that when you're trying to get away, that's when you land that reap. So let's try it again. I'm going to hit you with a gravity well. I'm going to hit you with like a shockwave, and I want you to dodge those attacks. And the other guys here, practice the same thing. Golduku, practice putting stuns on Nation. Lucky, practice putting stuns on Marcus. Marcus, you're going to save your stamina to dodge it. Same thing with Nation and Golduku, all right? Practice that. And remember, Revy, all it is we're doing that shit with the tree. We're just dancing around each other. We're landing our light attacks, right? And then you want to be watching for that stun, okay? Be watching that stun.
Oh.
So there you can sense. Okay. Let's try some animation canceling. So if you swing, see how I like cocked back my swing, but then I actually jump forward. I canceled that attack. You can do the same thing with your light attacks. So like if you notice, like when we're fighting, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna stun. Look at that. You dodged the stun, but you stuck near me, right? So now all you have to do is just turn towards me and keep attacking. Get right back into the fight. Maintain those light attacks, right? Remember, whenever you have no stam or your stam's below 100, you do more damage. So the reason why you want to be dodging is so that you can maintain extra damage, okay? But you want to be watching me for when I do abilities like that. There you go. Just like that. Here I am trying to get away. What are you going to use? What are you going to use? Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I just noticed too, if you see somebody coming up with a great axe like that, if you just wait till they attack and you dodge their first light attack, then they're behind on one light attack the whole time while you do your next dodge.
Yep. That's
So
what that
again,
hammer's done.
the priorities for dodging, okay, are shocks, okay, wrecking balls, all right, the pop on the gravity well, the pop. Yes, that was perfect. You see, Revy, how you dodged the pop and my Maelstrom at the same time? You avoided all that damage. There you go. Yes, there you go. Maintain that, maintain that, maintain that.
Oh.
Perfect, perfect. There you go. Keep landing those hits. Keep that pressure. Keep that pressure. Keep that stam just low enough to you get the damage bonus, but not low enough to where you can't dodge. There you go. So in this situation, you could pop a potion, right? That'd be a good thing to do to maintain yourself through the fight. I like to keep myself above 50% health as much as possible. I don't want to wait until I'm below 50% because look at all those passives, right? We do all this increased penetration, crit, extra damage when targets are below 50 to 30% health. So the best thing you can do is maintain yourself above that point. So like using those orange potions is great. Using the bombs or the gemstone dust to prevent damage is also really good. All right, so we're just gonna do like a normal fight now, Revy. All right.
Okay.
Good.
I think my other one hit harder on gold.
Oh.
Alright,
And I
so
didn't
now-
maintain my health.
Nope. So now here's the second part. The second part is using your hammer. Oh, don't accept that. My bad. So what you want to be doing with your hammer is watching my stam. Okay? If for some reason I burn my stam early, it's your opportunity to put pressure on their stam with abilities like this. I am forcing you to use your stamina. So when I see you dodge, I'm wanting to hit you in the stamina so that you, like, cannot maintain your mobility. There you go. Like, right now, you have no stam. I know I can land my CCs. So really what I'm watching in fights, Revy, is I'm watching their stamina bar, that yellow bar. Now, another thing you can do to give yourself some grit is wind up a heavy attack. That's a good way of maintaining, like, a prolonged grit, okay? But remember, your light attacks will also give you grit, right? So make sure you're maintaining those pots, but always just be going in for those swipes. You want to be maintaining that damage. And if you see me at, like, 50% health, hit me with those abilities. Like, right now would be a great time to hit me with, like, a gravity well or a maelstrom. Perfect. Perfect, 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 perfect.
I'm just gonna move around now.
All right, so let's get back to... Let's go hit the tree again, Revy. Come on. Let's get that tempo down. So remember, it's just... It's light attack, dodge. Light attack, dodge. Light attack, dodge. You can always maintain that in a fight. Always. Okay? Now, it's not the end of the world if you land light attacks that are not buffed up by your dodge. It's no big deal. It's good just to land them. What matters is you want to save your stamina so that when I drop like a stun, you have enough stamina to move out of the way. But you can maintain this combo as much as you want. This is like your happy place as a bruiser on Great Axe. It's just doing this.
There it is. See how you reap to me in the middle of that? That's where you want to do.
All right, Revy, let's go again. So, Revy, I want you to dodge my shockwave and my wrecking ball when I use them, okay? I'm not going to say when,
Hold up. Let me switch
but
something
I
real
also
quick.
want you to be maintained. There you go. Keep that pressure on. We're in group chat and somebody called my name. Oh, you use all your stam. That's an easy stun.
Yep.
Get that orange pot off. That was a good dodge. Dodging heavy attacks, also useful. Good, 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 good. Dodge the pop, dodge the pop, dodge the pop. Nope, nope, don't run away. When you do that, what do you allow me to do, Revy? When you turn your back towards me?
Crit.
Crit, exactly. You don't wanna ever run away from somebody as a melee. You want to sit there and do a sidestep and get behind them. We're trying to fight for each other's backs. We can maintain that crit. Ah, see, there you dodged into me. There you let me dodge you again, or hit you again. Use that stamina to dodge my stuns. Let's just practice that now.
Yeah.
I'm just going to stand here. I'm not going to tell you when I'm going to do it, and you're just going to dodge my stun. Remember, my stun. Ah, that wasn't a stun, was it?
A lot quicker on this one.
There you go. So what I'm doing here, Revy, is I'm feinting my attacks. And the way I'm canceling it is with a heavy attack. So all of these, like, you don't need to stun, you don't need to dodge any of this. That you want to dodge. So what you got to be doing is you got to be watching that hammer. And you got to learn the telegraph, right? Like, shock is super easy to track. There you go. There you go. Perfect. Ah, got you with the feint there, didn't I? See, that's the trick with hammer, right? Most like new hammer players, they'll just go in and they're like this. Here, hold still. They're like, oh, look at me. I'm a hammer. Let me come in here and stun you. And then you just dodge out of it, right? Like, it's very obvious they're going to come and try to stun you. So like what I do in that situation, Revy, if I'm running towards you with a hammer, I use that bloodlust. And I would, like, just start moving like this. I know you don't have it right now because you're a Mauler's Fury builds, but...
Yeah, it was good Good jobs.
That's why I like using bloodlust, because I can just sit there and bait that ability out. So here I come in with a stun. What are you gonna do?
Perfect do with 130.
Oh, you almost had it. You almost had
Yep.
it. You almost had it.
I got caught then.
Yep. Remember, you can if you have the stam, you can cancel out of your abilities. Perfect. If there's one stun that you want to be always dodging, it's that shockwave. The big AoE one with hammer. That's the one that just destroys people.
Go watch them over there.
Oh, let me go over here and pop this. Check your guys' food buffs, by the way. I say that we're gonna just practice. You're gonna dodge my stuns, but now you're gonna get in those light attacks. Ah, what'd you do there? You burned all your stam, right? Yep. Remember to heal. When you see these heavy attacks, get out of the way.
Had no stamina.
No stamina, right? Save your stam. Remember, you're a bruiser. It's okay to get hit by some stuff. So right there, that dodge you just did, not needed. Perfect. Good job. Nice. Yes. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Ah, see? So you dodged away. You dodged away, right? Now, if I was low like that, if you just dodged sideways and just kept that pressure on, if you dodge just the right amount, you'll be in that sweet spot where you'll lunge forward with the light attack. You want to always maintain that sweet spot. And a lot of people, one of their problems with that is they look down too much. Aim that cursor on my head. Like, notice how when I do Maelstrom, it's like down, right? That actually matters. Like how you position your camera with moves like Maelstrom and Reap. Like, it absolutely matters. I can actually reap over someone's head if I look too far up. Or I can reap down into the ground and not hit anybody if it's not completely horizontal. There you go. Perfect. All right. I want you to go on your hammer now, and I want you to try to stun me. That was good. Got me on the weapon swap. Very good. Nice. Okay, so you just hit me with that snare, right? What happens with melee attacks when you hit somebody that's snared? You get 10% extra damage, right? If you're light attacking, what weapon do you want to be light attacking on? There you go. There you go.
And when you say snared, what do you mean?
So you have Path of Destiny, right? Now, Path of Destiny, at the very, very bottom of the Warhammer tree, you probably have Aftershock, right?
Oh.
You see that
I'll
last
let my
passive?
stam get low
Alright,
to see
so
the difference.
hit me with that. Hit me with like Path of Destiny.
That was close.
Yeah,
Make
let me
sure
try.
I do the right one.
You got it's
Try
the big
this.
like ground slam one that has the long path to it.
Got it.
Okay, so I'm slowed now. So get on that great axe and chop my ass up. There you go. There you go. Now if I'm below 50% health, what do you hit me with?
I don't know.
Reap. Go for the reap.
Oh.
Now look at my movement speed. See how slow I am? I'm also snared. So you're gonna get an extra 10% damage on top of me, and that's so critical with reap. When they're low HP, you go for that reap. When they're below 50%, you go for that reap. When they're below 50%, you get that extra penetration from your passives.
Okay. So below 50%, go for the reap.
Go for the reap.
Trying the difference here.
Ah, you gotta dodge that. Come on.
You know what I mean? The strike versus
Gotta dodge that. You're dodging too early.
Yeah.
Yep.
Slow it down. Slow the fight down and watch what I'm doing.
Gotcha.
Pop some potions. Come on, heal yourself.
I'll switch. I like the bloodlust build better.
There you go. Perfect.
There you go.
I dodged too early though, so how did I make it through?
You thought you dodged too early, but you dodged just at the right time. I'm low. What do you do now? What do you do now? Oh, my turn.
Oh. God dang it.
All right. Let's do a normal fight now. I want you
Let's
to build up your stacks with your great axe. I don't want you to use any ability until you have full damage. Okay? Now-
How do I know when that is?
Great question. So let's go through our passives. Let's start on Reaper Tree. What's the first passive that you picked up on Reaper
improvise there,
Tree?
Marcus.
Yeah, dude.
One sec. I'm gonna move us down here real quick.
That's
What's the first passive you got? Greed, right?
Mhm.
So light attack. So that's 5. This is 5, 10, 15. Hit me with 3 attacks now. Do you see that times 3 at your buffs?
Mhm.
Do you notice that there's 2 different times 3? See that?
Yes.
Okay,
Mhm.
one of them is from Greed. The other one is from Mauler's Fury. So open up your Great Axe tree and look at the bottom there. Great Axe attacks grant a stacking 3% damage to a maximum of 10 stacks. So that's anything. This. All of these attacks, anytime I hit you, I get stacks of damage. So go hit me with everything. Throw everything that Great Axe has at me right now. And look at your stacks of damage. You see how that starts building up?
Mhm.
So what you want to do is you want to build up all those stacks so that when that gravity well pops with your maelstrom, you just rip them apart. So you're going to get 15% damage from the greed, 30% damage from a full stack of Mauler's Fury, another 15% damage if you're doing it while it's at low stam, another 10% damage if you got multiple people around you, another 10% damage if they're snared, right? So like one thing you can do is just reap early when they're below 50% health, and now that person's snared, and then if you do that reap like just before everything else like pops on them, oh my god, they'll pop like a zit. They'll just explode in front of you. So how do you add damage? Light attacks is like the best way to give yourself some good damage, and dodging. And then when you got like those 3 stacks of greed and a couple other ones, now you start doing this. Now you start adding more stacks. You see how I just bursted you there like with a big old pop? That's how you do burst damage. Okay, Revy, so try that now. Get those stacks in with the great axe. Get 3 stacks of greed, and then throw gravity well right in my face so you hit me for a 4th time, and then light attack me twice, go for a maelstrom. Do you see that now? You see that burst? Now, what could you have done there to add even more damage? What did you not do?
Dodge?
Exactly. That was another potential 15% damage that you could have added at any moment throughout all those attacks that you did. And in a fight, you're going to want to be dodging. Because try it again. Hit me with that combo again. What did you not do there?
Dodge?
All right, get those stacks back up. Come on. Where's that potion at? There you go. Oh, you're low. Okay, so the missing element now that we have here is the hammer. The hammer buys you time. That's what hammer does. Okay? We'll go smoke Marcus here real quick. Let's see what he's learned. You see how Marcus dodged early and he did that attack? So now I know he's got no burst. Now I know he's got no stam either. I can just have my way with him. See how his stamina is just still generating? I'm keeping it low. He got low HP, so I know that's an easy reap. So he's dodging too much. He's like dodging before he's even attacking. You don't want to do that. You want to land those light attacks first. You want to get in there. You want to just run to your target and go for a swing. See how I just tagged him there? I went for the heavy attack. I'm buffing that heavy attack damage by 15%. And I know that heavy attack is going to reach him a little bit. Good. He got a good stun there. But he ran away from me, which allows me to reap him. And I'm using those heavy attacks to reach him when he's far away from me, instead of just trying to chase him with light attacks. Especially with Mauler's Fury, like that heavy. Let's try that. That heavy attack reach. Oh, he's gonna do him again. The heavy attack reach is a really good way of like maintaining mitigation because you're in grit that whole heavy attack. Now I can sit here and animation cancel it with dodging, blocking, all that. Again, he's got a little bit of stam left. He's got no stam now. He's got no stam now. I can do whatever I want to him now. So your stamina is everything. It's like, it's how you survive battles. It's an iframe. It's an invincibility frame. If you dodge something, you can't take any damage. But the minute you lose that, you lose your ability to get away from stuns, from doing anything. So right now I have no stamina. There he goes. There he goes. Good, good. And that was the wrong combo, but we'll work on combos later. Good, he's keeping me at a distance. This is really good. Now, what Marcus doesn't know is that I'm a power through pain bruiser, which means if he's hitting me while I have my hammer out, anytime he hits me, I'm going to do 50% damage on my next hit. So, like, if he hits me and I hit him with any ability, it's just going to just slap him. That's good. That's good. But what does he not have? Stamina. All right, let's do one you and me now. So remember, be aggressive. All right, be aggressive. Go for that jugular. Do not fear my all caps name. All right, you got some stacks now. Throw that gravel. Get on me. Get that damage. Boom. Okay, I can't move now. Oh, I'm panicking. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that burst you just did.
You got me at the end, though.
Oh, no. You killed me. You killed me. And look, I mean, you don't even have, like, you know, BIS gear or any of that stuff. But look how effective you can be. Like, your character is strong. You just got to unleash that beast. It's there. Oh, what'd you do? Oh, you got no stam. Oh, you're mine now. I'll have my way. There you go.
Nope.
Better, better. Stun me, stun me. Hammer, hammer, hammer. Hammer stun, hammer stun. Come on. Hammer stun.
Hold on. My weapons don't swap that fast. I have that stupid thing where that's why I like light armor, because if I roll, then I can actually swap my weapons faster.
All right.
I'm sleepy, man. I'm going to bed.
No, you're not. You're dueling me right now, Nation.
One duel. One duel.
Come on.
All right, actually, now I have to think.
How are you guys feeling about this? Better?
I like it. Yeah. I understand Great Axe a little bit.
Wrong button. Sorry.
So there, I just punked Nation with multiple stuns. Power through pain, burst with armor breaker. Now I can just bruise through his damage.
Good. Yep.
Okay, now what we've gone through is Great Axe, okay, which is, think of Great Axe as like the filler that's in between your big damage, which is your hammer, okay? This hammer will absolutely destroy people if you can land your heavy attacks, if you can debuff them with rend, whether it's through shockwave, armor breaker. If you're going to use Path of Destiny and the aftershock snare, which is great for war, that's more for buffing your teammates' damage with Great Axe. But if you're trying to just bust people up in like a one-on-one situation where it's like, oh, that's their strongest bruiser, I'm going to go and try to take that person out, armor breaker. This ability is what's going to punch them in the chest and knock their wind out. It's incredibly strong. Now, the hammer that Revy's been trying to get, the Blackguard's hammer, is the best hammer for this job because it has that thwarting strikes and the keenly empowered and all that. If you go into your passives for Warhammer, I'm going to show you guys the way that I play Warhammer, and it has really good damage. Okay, so go ahead and respec your hammer. We're not going to do Path of Destiny in this. So I think it's only useful in stealing kills and OPR and like war. But for everything else, Armor Breaker is just amazing. So what we're going to do on the Crowd Crusher side, we're going to pick Outnumbered. Easy damage mitigation, right? 10% if there's 2 people around you. Take Shockwave all the way down. You're going to pick up Concussive Impact and Prevailing Spirit. We're not going to get any of the extra movement speed stuff with Hammer. With Facilitated Expedition or Guarded Sprint, because you're going to get that mitigation on your Great Axe if you're surrounded by like players. And if you're Bloodlust, like a Bloodlust build, you'll get that movement speed whenever you're looking at a target. You'll get 20% instead of 15 when you're hitting somebody with a debuff. On the Juggernaut tree, grab those first 2 passives. Epitome of Bonk, right? Hammer Time. Take Armor Breaker down to Lasting Trauma, all right? Grab Exhaustive Attacks. Grab Hardened Steel. Take Wrecking Ball all the way down. Get Quick Recovery. And then lastly, get Power Through Pain. Power Through Pain is what makes Hammer OP. It's a 35% damage increase whenever you take damage. This is what makes a bruiser a bruiser. You get hit, you retaliate with some kind of ability. Whether it's Wrecking Ball, whether it's Armor Breaker, whether it's a heavy attack. All right? Now, I like to use...
A couple of passives.
You missed a couple passives?
Yeah.
Okay, here.
Yeah,
I'm going to
that's
stream
quite
my
good.
screen to you guys in Discord. All right? And you can just see it. It's basically every single passive on the Juggernaut tree. You're going to take Wrecking Ball down just to the second one to Lasting Trauma. You're not going to get Opening Act. You're going to take Wrecking Ball all the way down, and you're going to get every single passive in the Juggernaut tree. And all those passives are going to buff your heavy attacks. So if you try to go for somebody with a heavy attack and they're low HP, you're going to bonk them. Hence why they call it bonk. Now, what a lot of people don't know about Hammer is that the heavy attack on Hammer is one of the furthest reaches just underneath Spear for a heavy attack reach. It's actually pretty far. So get in a duel with someone. I'm a duel Revy. You guys duel each other. And I want you just to play heavy attack tag, okay? I only want you to do heavy attacks and try to play tag with it, okay? And I want you guys to dodge their heavy attacks. Now you may notice that when you heavy attack, you can kind of lunge towards your target, right? You see that, Revy, right there? That lunge? Try it again. You see how you step forward like that? You see that right there? You see that? So,
Yeah.
really good thing to do. Let's say after I reap you, okay? And let me get you with a snare. If I swap Go for that heavy. You're mine. Easy, easy execute. Let's say I didn't have like my maelstrom and I didn't have my gravity well and I saw enemies coming towards me. I want to try to get that heavy attack off for many reasons. One, it's going to hit harder because you're low HP on hammer. Two, if I hit you with a heavy attack, it's going to give me empower. And three, if there's other enemies coming towards me, I can go from a heavy right into a wrecking ball and give myself fortify. So this transitions into wrecking ball, which is I think one of the most important abilities that a bruiser has in terms of mitigation. So if you land that wrecking ball, you get a 20% fortify buff. 20% base. And it lasts for, what is it, 7 seconds, I think? Yeah, 7 seconds. So by landing that, that allows you to keep, like, brawling with heavy attacks on hammer. All right, so now we're going to work on another combo. Okay, this is the knock the wind out of their sails combo. And what we're going to do here is we're going to go heavy attack into armor breaker. So go ahead and practice that now. Yes, you can PvE with this. Now try to get that off faster. Nice, nice. I got no stand. What do you do, Revy? I got no stand. What are you going to do? Yeah. Then what? Then what? Then what? Then what? Oh, I'm low HP, Revy. What are you going to do, Revy? Come on. What else do you got? What else you got? Nah. There you go. All right, good job. Let's try it again.
I should have did gravel first to catch you.
Yep. That would have been good. Or just try to get that light attack in. The light attack will break me out of my sprint if you can land it. So here's what I want you to do now. I want you to, land that. And then try to go in with an armor breaker afterwards. Get it quick. Quicker than that, like this. Wow, there you go. You see how hard that heavy attack hits when I'm low HP?
Mm-hmm.
Now, the reason why that happens, guys, let's look at our passives. Let's go look at the Warhammer tree real quick. So the reason why we're able to do that is there's several passives here. First one, Epitome of Bonk. Increase armor penetration by 10% for all Warhammer light and heavy attacks. Now, against a light armor build, this doesn't really mean a whole lot. But against medium and heavy, this gives you a lot of extra damage, okay? If we land a heavy attack, the next passive over, gain in power on heavy attacks, increasing attack damage by 20% for 4 seconds. This empower will also stack with keen empower that comes from weapons. They're two different empowers, okay? I think that, what's the cap for empower? Like 50% or 35% or something like that? It's a lot. So by weaving these heavy attacks, you're actually making your next hit even stronger. So do 2 heavy attacks and you'll see what I'm talking about. Land one, then land another one. You see how that second one hits harder? It's because you're getting the empower from your heavy attack. Now here's the other thing. It doesn't have to be a fully charged heavy attack. It could be like a soft heavy. So you have light attacks, and then you have like just enough to be a heavy attack. So here, stand side by side with me, Revy, and we're just gonna spam like the soft heavies, okay? Everyone get in a line. Everyone get in a line here. Like we're on some kind of chain gang, all right? We're gonna go 3, 2, 1. We're gonna go fast heavies. Fast heavies. Don't do the full ones, do the fast ones. See how fast you can go. There you go. So, this is a way that you can change up the tempo of your heavy attacks. You're still going to get that lunge. You're still going to get that empower, but you don't have to wind up the whole thing. Remember, the problem with hammer is that it telegraphs really easily. So if I see that heavy attack coming in, I'm like, oh, I'm just going to dodge it. But if, let's say I throw like 2 fully charged heavies, and then I throw like a faster one, I can catch my opponent off guard. So fast heavies, good way of getting in power. You can also give yourself a quick little jump with that lunge, right? So you don't have to sit there and do a fully charged heavy attack to maintain pressure. So if I'm like running away, just like that, Revy, yes, exactly. You see how you did the heavy into a light? That's perfect. That's the next thing you want to learn. So do that fast heavy into a light. Fast heavy, light. Yes. Yes, the way you scooted with your dodge, that's exactly what you want to do. You're getting it now. Now, if I'm low HP, Revy, what are you going to do? Beautiful. Beautiful. Chop me down. There you go. That's it. That's it. All right, we're going to race. We're going to get on the beach, guys. We're going to do a fast, heavy race. And we're going to go from this line to that arch. You see that arch of like the wood that's in front of us? Okay, no dodging. Okay, no dodging. Getting on line here. Over here, Revy. Just so we're clear, guys. Stay right there. Whoever gets through this archway first, I'm gonna give 1,000 gold to. All right. You cannot dodge. If you dodge, you lose. All right. I'm gonna go 3, 2, 1.
You didn't say
go.
anything about not running straight there, though.
You can't run. Okay, you can't run. It can only be. You can only move forward by doing a fast heavy. Okay, a fast heavy.
So like, get our hands off the keyboard.
So like this. Yep.
Mouse
Hands
only?
off the keyboard. Mouse only. Okay. Mouse only. Only heavies.
Did we start?
No, we're not. No. Let's practice run. Practice run. All right. Everyone get in the line. Everyone get in line.
Mouse off. Okay, hands off
Okay.
the keyboard.
Hands off
Got
the
it.
keyboard. Get in a better, tighter line. Tighter line. Okay. All right. We're gonna go. It's gonna be 3, 2, 1. On a go, we'll start. Okay. Only fast heavies. The only way you're moving forward is with heavy attacks. Right. And the winner, 1,000 gold to the arch. All right. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Come on, get faster, but don't do a light attack. Get faster. Lucky you're doing it too slow. You're doing it too slow. Oh, it's a close race. It's close. I think I got it. All right, so I saved my gold here.
1,000 gold.
Save my gold this time. All right, now this may seem silly, right? It may seem silly, but really what we're trying to do is show you guys the tempo at which you can rattle off these heavy attacks, okay? You can use it to lunge. You can use it to execute, right? So what I mean by executing, let's go back and look at Warhammer again. So we looked at the fact that our light and heavy attacks with Warhammer does armor pen. It gives him power, all right? It will also, if you look at hardened steel, will give you grit whenever you do a heavy attack, and it also gives you mitigation whenever you have grit active. So just like on Great Axe, anytime you use a light or heavy attack with 300 strength, you're getting grit, which gives you mitigation. You are effectively bruising as you attack. And that's what I mean by the more aggressive you are, the more attacks you're swinging that can land, the safer you actually are as a bruiser. If you stop attacking, you become weaker. You literally become weaker. You have less mitigation, all right? So back to that Warhammer passive, okay? Look at Contemption. Contemption. Increase heavy attack damage by 15% against targets under 30% health. So there's your execute capability with heavy attack. It does not need to be a haymaker. It could just be a quick heavy that gets you that kill. Another reason why throwing quick heavies is useful, look at that last passive on the bottom left. Whenever you land a heavy attack, you get 7% cooldown reduction. Okay? So here's what I want you guys to do. I want Revy, Golduku, You get in my group. Marcus, get in my group. Okay? And then we're going to group duel Lucky. Lucky, I want you to use a shock and then heavy attack us with fast heavies until you can get a shock off again. Okay, just so everyone remembers, when you do a shock, it's an 18-second cooldown, right? We're going to do a group duel now. Lucky, come here. Come over here. Everybody get tight. So, Lucky, I want you to accept that. We'll do a group duel. Yep, you're going to hit us with shock. Then you're going to hit us with fast heavies until you get another shock and hit all of us, all right? Stay stacked, guys. Stay stacked. Heavies, heavies. Then hit us with shock again when you can. Oh, my God, we're all dead. You see how fast that was? Much quicker than 18 seconds. Much quicker. So the more people you can hit with the heavy attacks, the quicker your cooldowns will come up, okay? Really important thing to do if you can land that heavy attack. Now, the biggest issue that a lot of bruisers get is they stay on their hammer bar too long, okay? So a good bruiser is going to swap to hammer, use an ability to change up the momentum, and then get right back to great axe. And get back to chopping people down again, okay? So here, who haven't I dueled yet? Let's go, Golduke, you and me. We're just gonna put everything together here. I want you to dodge my shockwaves, maintain that pressure with light attacks. Good, good. You gotta use your abilities, buddy. Come on. Let's go again. Revy and Marcus duel each other. Again, let's go. Actually, you know what? Let's make this a little bit more fair. Golduke, I want you to drop and invite Lucky, and you two are both going to fight me. Now, what you two need to do is communicate how you're going to stagger CCs on me so that I can't get an ability off, all right? So you two group up, and then you two versus me, all right? This is going to require you guys talking to each other in comms so that you don't... What I want you guys to do to have me win is have you guys use your CCs at the same time. That way I just have to dodge once, and I miss 2 of your CCs. What you guys want to do is stagger your CCs so I have no shot at getting anything off. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
The other thing you guys don't want to do is clump up too much. Try to be on opposite ends of me, okay? Don't be next to each other. If you start seeing me run off and you guys start chasing me, I'm just trying to corral you guys so I can hit both of you. All right. Do your worst.
Ready?
Let's go.
Okay. Coming in hammer, stunning. No. Miss. Run on. Flattening. Armor breaking. Yeah, down.
So, you started with a shock. You will always miss that shock if you start with it. Now, if you have Path of Destiny, that's a great opener with Great Axe. Or sorry, with Hammer, okay? But you don't.
That was the
So what's the better weapon to start with?
Probably Great Axe.
Exactly. So get that pressure on me, man. Like, I was surprised. You guys, like, didn't throw grabs on me at all until, like, the middle part of the fight. What you don't want to do is throw grabs at the exact same time. You want to stagger them. So here, I'll do comms. I'll show what I would say. I'd be like, all right, my grab on gold. Going for a flatten. Stunning him now. Oh, I missed. Pulling him in. A dance around him.
Okay.
Executing. Moving. Popping him. Gonna heal up. Flattening this guy. Oh, he got me with a stun. I need to heal. So, like, that's how I would communicate to my healer, like, oh, like, I need you to be looking at me right now. Now, you... Oh, you could have just reaped me. You would have had it.
I didn't have rebuff.
Almost. That was close. That was close.
Oof.
So here's the
Yeah,
funny
this
thing. If
feels
you guys
different.
just chased me and did nothing but light attacks, you'd kill me so fast. Try it now.
Yeah, I agree.
Just try it. And then when you see me committing into hitting you guys, one of you throw a stun. Throw a shock to force me out of it. The other person just maintain those light attacks. What can you do right now to stop me? What do you have available? What do you have
Not really
available?
those, dumb.
There's that. That's it.
I grab. I spin. My flatten. My shot.
Good. That's good movement. But
Oh,
you should have popped
I
the
burned
push
my
right there at
stamp.
the end. Yep.
yeah.
That was good. Now your healer would have probably picked you up there, but the other thing I want you guys to
Right.
use this time is use potions. All right? Use potions.
Oh, okay. I
Use
didn't know we were
potions this
using
time.
pause.
No, use potions.
Okay.
Fuck all that. But you can't use potions in duels. I think people that have that rule have tiny peepees. All right?
They do, but
Yeah, tiny
I still
peepees.
abide.
It's called a peasant peepee. All right? You don't have peasant
peasant.
peepees. All right? You have royal
Alright,
peepees.
Right.
Yes.
Nice. My stun. Ooh, you got me.
Ah, what'd you guys both do there? That's
both
what we
stunned.
call a panic. Ooh, very good. That was a panic shock, but you guys recovered very well. That was good. But that's what you don't want to do. Now, what you guys are not doing is you're not communicating. Okay? It needs to
Right.
be, hey, it's like my shock coming in. So then that tells my teammate, all right, he's got the shock. Maybe I'll throw in a grav well, or maybe I'll throw in a wrecking ball right after his shock so he hits the ground. So he maintains that CC pressure.
Sorry, Krotha. I changed keybinds.
It's all good.
Yeah, my keybinds are weird on my hammer right now as well, but it's okay. I'm trying to readjust. I grab. Ooh. I flatten. Oh. Burn.
What did you not use there?
I went to use an ability I'm used to having on my mouse,
You didn't use a potion.
but it wasn't there. Yeah, and I
Use
didn't
no
use a
pots.
potion.
And you allowed me to get hits on you when you're low HP. So my damage will start to scale up.
Oh shit, I'm out of food too.
What? That will also do it. There you go, Revy. There you go, Revy. That's what I'm talking about. That's a good reap. Let's watch these two fight now. Let's critique what they do. No pressure.
So used to path, it's weird switching that what you're used to. But I do see empowering armor breaker pretty good as well, so.
You didn't dodge.
Nice, Revy. Nice, Revy. Yes, Revy. Got.
Oh, Oh, that reap was nasty.
That's what I'm talking about. That was beautiful. That was good job. That was good job. Marcus, you exposed your back, right? You ran from the fight, which gives Revy open season to crit on you with reap. You don't want to do that.
Yeah,
Revy,
I mean,
that
like,
was
I
perfect.
can't- Me being low gear score, dude, I gotta try to dodge and get
Oh,
away
oh,
as
it's
much
gear
as
score.
possible,
You
right?
think that's the problem? Okay, let's go fight. You and me. Let's go. Come here.
Yeah.
You think the problem's gear score? Okay. Hold on. No. Forfeit
Okay.
that duel. Forfeit that duel.
How do you forfeit?
Forfeit that duel. It's gear score,
Do
he
you really
says.
have to go and get naked?
It's
All
gear
right.
score. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna get on just enough so that I'm in heavy or medium, okay? Let me get on just enough for that. Okay, now I'm medium. I got 2 pieces of armor on, okay? My gear score is
Alright.
525, all right? Is that low enough for you?
I think your hook will still cut through me, yeah?
I don't know. You tell me.
No.
It's not gear score. That's an excuse.
Try it again.
That's an excuse. All right? We don't want excuses. We want solutions. Oh, that's a train. My
Okay.
bad.
Oh shoot, I pressed accept.
The issue is
Man.
not gear score.
Okay.
I'm at 406.
Now, Revy, what was he doing wrong there?
Okay, my bad.
Nope. We'll do another one. I want you guys to tell me what he's doing wrong, based off of what you just learned.
Didn't dodge. He got your back a lot and you didn't dodge. So he got a lot of crits on you.
So, Marcus, when you're dodging away like this.
Hold on,
Okay.
Lucky.
Yeah.
What that does is it exposes your back to get hit, right? What we want to be
Yeah.
doing is dodging sideways like this, okay? That way,
Okay.
you miss the attack, but you still stay in the fight, okay?
Yeah. Well, just do me a favor. Let me see if it's really not by like just
My
do
bad, I
light
hit
attacks
group.
on me and nothing else. Just stand in front of me. Let me see
My
if I
bad.
die quick.
Just decline
Yeah.
gold. You just have to decline. No, you should decline. Oh,
I'll stand.
Yeah, dude.
yeah.
See?
You're right. You're right.
It's not. It has nothing to
that
do with
hurt?
gear score. Gear score is an excuse that newer players use
Hey,
to
hey.
give themselves copium. All right, that's what it is.
I see what you're saying.
You can absolutely Shrek somebody if you move properly. Okay. Now, what I want you to
You're a
do with
pro,
your,
baby.
I don't want you to dodge backwards. I don't want you to dodge forwards. I
let's
want
get
you to
this one.
practice light attack, dodge to the side. That's back. I want you to do light attack, dodge, sideways. Perfect.
Hey,
Perfect,
with your
just like
favorite
that.
armor, Revy.
I want you to keep doing that. Whenever you dodge, sideways. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
You see how you can maintain pressure so much easier? Now, the thing that most people do, though, is like they get in this mode where they're spamming their light attacks. Do you notice how you missed a lot of your light attacks right after you dodge? It's because you're not allowing yourself a half second to reorient yourself towards your target. So just be patient. You don't have to go immediately into a light attack, but maintain that proper positioning so that, here, I'll show you, so that your light attacks land. It's better to be accurate. Land everything that you throw, right? Use that dodge to maintain good positioning.
And use potions.
And use potions. So like right there,
All right.
you expose your back. I did a heavy attack, created you right in the back.
Okay.
I'm really bad at like tunnel visioning, so I don't pay attention to my health or my stamina, and I know I need to. So that's how he kept getting me, is because I wouldn't use a potion. or watch my stamina.
Do the same thing, Revy.
You're exposing your back to me.
Yeah, I'm getting worse. I was trying to dodge behind you, but
So, the
not
problem
gonna
that
work
you
out.
have, Marcus, is that you are defeating yourself. It has nothing to do with your gear. It has nothing to do with your ability to play. It has nothing to do with your skill. It has everything to do with the mentality that you're taking into the fight. You're
Yeah,
just thinking that you're going to lose every time. I want you to beat me. Beat me up. Destroy me. Put damage on me. Land every single one of your hits. Okay? Maintain that damage. When you got me low HP, what are you going to do? What are you going to hit me with? What are you going to hit me with right now? Reap. Reap. Hit me with a reap.
Oh, reap. Okay.
Boom. Look at that. Now I can't move. So if I'm below 50% health,
makes
get
sense,
that
yeah.
reap. Get that reap off, right?
Okay.
Get that snare on me. Get
Alright.
that execute. Get that ability
like
to
that.
heal yourself, right?
Yeah.
Aim for my back. When you crit, you heal.
All right. All
All
right.
right, you got this. You're strong. Just you gotta kill me. Chop me down. Chop me down. Chop me down. What are you gonna throw on me now? Yeah, chop me down. Get moving. Get moving. Get moving. Get moving.
Good fight.
There you go. All right, so what you could have done there with two
Nice.
things. Your maelstrom on the pop of your gravity well. That's one. Second thing, pop a potion. Otherwise, you would have killed me. So we're going to practice the pop.
Yeah, actually.
We're going to practice the pop. You know what I mean by the pop?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Right when it ends, it pops.
Right when what
The
ends?
damage. The maelstrom or the gravity well, yeah.
Gravity well, right? Like that. There you go. Good dodge. Now you do it to me now. Time that maelstrom on the pop of your gravity well. Here, I'll stand in it. You're going to hit me with maelstrom or not? So when you throw that grav well, that's your opportunity to dive in. Remember, our gravity well gives us fortify, right? 10%. So you'll be strong inside that gravity well. If you hit multiple targets with that gravity well, it's going to do a ton of damage. Here, guys, I don't think he's got the confidence yet that he's going to blow us up. So here's what we're going to do. I want all of us to duel Marcus, okay? Just to prove to him that he's got Big Daddy Deeps, okay? So you guys finish your duel. Let's see what we got here, guys. Yo, I'm very proud of Revy. Revy is getting it. He's starting to get it. Look, I can start seeing it starting to click.
Like the big man tag teaming a little girl, huh?
Whoa, I like that. I like that mentality. Yes. Harness that, Revy. Harness that. That's good. That's good. All right, here's what we're going to do. We're all going to group up. Okay? We're all, oh, that's not a group. We're all going to group up. Get in the same group except for Marcus. Marcus, you are going to practice the most, like, orgasmic bomb ever. Okay? You're just going to blow us up.
Okay.
Let's get Golduku in here. Now, before we do this, explain to me how you get all your damage stacked up. What are the ways of doing it? What's the most easy way to get damage on your build? Boom, 15%, right? Whenever you dodge with that opal gem, that's 15%. What's the next easy way to get damage on your build? Light attacks, right?
Oh, yeah.
Any attack. Remember, you got a Mauler's Fury set up on now, right? So any attacks that you do, you're adding stacks of damage. So when you hit us with this gravity well, okay, get in our face, right? Like, get right in our face, like this close. Okay, like, boom, like that. And then start chopping our asses down, and then, boom, hit him with the maelstrom right as it pops at the end, okay?
Okay, I have the Reaper one.
You have gravity well, you have reap, and you have maelstrom, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so I want
just
you.
did the Reaper build instead of the.
That's fine. That doesn't matter. You still have maelstrom, right?
Okay. Yeah.
It's the same thing. If anything, now you have another 15% that you can instantly slap in. Okay. So here we're gonna do a group duel. I want you to see how much damage you actually have. Right. Now imagine if we're like trying to attack somebody and you just catch us with that grab well. All right. So let's like pretend. Oh, I'm fighting a guy over here or whatever. Okay. Hit us with that. Get on us with those light attacks, and then hit us with that maelstrom. Pop us. Okay, you can do better than that. Pop out. Pop. Back out. Back out. Back out. Back out. Back out. So we want you to.
Oh, your tank.
We want you to. No. We want you to stack more damage. So get closer. Remember, I wanted you to get right in our face for the gravity well. Okay. The reason why is because this swing, if you're close enough, you'll actually hit us. See how he hit you there at the beginning? Yeah. That counts as a stack of damage with Mauler's Fury. I know you don't have it, and that's fine. But I want you just to practice that, getting in her face and landing it, okay? So here, we're going to duel you again.
But also remember to come in with your light attacks first.
Light attack, dodge, maelstrom.
Your ability don't matter.
Get the grab well.
If you want to build up.
That works. Get the grab well.
There you go.
Light attack,
now,
maelstrom.
Yeah.
Ah, you missed it. You missed it again. Missed it. You're too slow. You're too slow. Try it again.
So
get your cooldown here.
So
here's what you want to do.
When you throw grab well, you got 3 seconds at 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3. Pop.
When it pops,
you
want to use this.
Well, that's okay.
And what you're essentially doing there is you're building up as much burst damage as possible. Burst damage is the best thing in PvP because it will overpower sustained heals. It will catch people off guard, put them into execute range. You want burst damage. Okay. Everybody heal back up. Everybody heal back up.
All right, I like that.
Okay, I want you to run into us with a gravity well. Chop, chop, dodge, maelstrom. Okay?
Okay.
Get that gravel right in our face. Make sure you hit us with it. You're not hitting us with it. You're too far away.
Oh, what?
You're too far away.
Oh, I see what
when you actually swing the gravity well, hit us with that swing.
Yeah, like.
Yes, like that. Like that.
Okay.
Okay, try it again. Try it again.
5 seconds left on that cooldown. All right, ready?
Yep.
Or would you dodge first?
You don't have to.
Does it?
Doesn't matter. You're overthinking it. Light attack. Light attack. Maelstrom. Almost. Almost.
Okay.
Here, I'm going to show you guys how to do it. I want you guys to add Marcus to your group.
I'll visualize it in my sleep.
I know. Ironic. I want them to understand the power that they have right now. Okay, you guys all group up. We know when you're grouped.
Grouped.
You see how that works?
Yeah, dude.
It's like massive burst. Okay. Now.
So it's dodge, light attack, light attack.
It's just like you're getting stacks of damage off. Okay. But what matters more than anything, Marcus, is you time your maelstrom to pop as it pops. Okay.
Yeah.
So just try that now in a duel. I want you to throw a gravity well and just stand there and get a feel for the timing. And then I want you to use maelstrom at the instant that gravity well pops. All right.
Okay.
So what's happening is you're going for an extra dodge that you don't need to. Like, you don't have to get all that damage all up at once. What's more important than anything is that you land that maelstrom at the exact same time as your gravity well collapsing. Okay? So like this. Just watch. Waiting. I'm waiting. See how much? And all I did was I just used gravity well and maelstrom. I didn't do anything else. I just did those two things on you. So do the same thing to me. Stand, don't move, don't light attack. Just hit a gravity well, and then time your maelstrom to hit at the exact same time it pops. That's it.
Nice.
That's exactly it.
Yeah.
So now when we're in group fights, right? You have bloodlust, right? What's nice about bloodlust is you actually become more dangerous at range because you have that movement speed, right? So now what I want you to do, that's a good range right there. I want you to throw gravity well on me, then I want you to run right towards me, okay? And then hit me with the maelstrom. So now get the timing down with you charging in. Better. That was good, but you can do better. You kind of like ran off to the side. I don't know why you did that. Run towards me.
Oh, just like go straight in, right?
Yeah, because look at your bloodlust. You're a bruiser, right? Like you can take the damage, you can take the hit, but more importantly, you see that bloodlust that keeps popping on. Use that. Here, I'm gonna respec real quick. So I'm emulating what you got. Okay. And remember, guys, with both of these play styles, there's that same base that you want to get for both of them, right? It's solid passes for both. It's effective for both. It's a good place to start out, okay? You want to get it to where you have 3 points left, and then you just add in the last little bit for your bloodlust build, okay? So we're going to practice gravity wells with popping maelstrom on it, okay, Marcus?
Yeah.
But first what we're going to do is we're just going to get a feel for bloodlust, okay? Now, do you notice how when you put your cursor on me, you get that bloodlust movement speed, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, the cool thing about bloodlust is that we actually can maintain that while walking sideways. You see how that works?
Yeah.
Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to face each other. All right? I want you to, hold that distance, okay? I want you to run towards me, maintain that bloodlust, right? I want you to think about the distance that you can throw that ability and then land that maelstrom on me. So it's going to look like this. It's going to look like this.
Nice. Okay.
Okay?
Hey, can you pop maelstrom in the middle of the light attacks?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you notice what I did there was, okay, so I'll explain the combo that I did there. So I was running towards you. That's 15%. I threw gravity on you. You got caught. I then dodged once to give my 2 light attacks 15% damage, right? Remember that tree chopping we were doing where it was light attack, dodge, light attack, light attack? Remember, you can do that all day long, right? So when I was running towards you, that's 15%. I dodge, chomp, then I go for the maelstrom.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm giving myself 10% damage on top of the maelstrom. Now, you might be able to go for that second dodge, but you don't want to do that as a practice because you really want that stamina to be defensive against an enemy shockwave. But we'll get to that next. What I want you to do is run towards me, get that gravity well on me, jump towards me, chop, maelstrom. Ah, too slow. You gotta be faster. Speed it up. My turn. You back up now. See how hard it hits?
Yeah, I gotta figure out how to like when to time that maelstrom.
You're just gonna do it. It's not. Think about just the gravity well. I think you're overcomplicating trying to add damage with the dodge. Don't forget about the dodge. Now get on me. Get some light attacks in. Maelstrom. Ah, too slow.
Oh, I clicked the wrong button. That was my bad.
Try it again. We'll try it again. You guys on the edge, practice it on me while I'm just sitting here. I'm just gonna move like this. Throw a gravity well. Yup. Good, go, Duke. You passed. Lucky you now. That works. I'll take it. Revy, your turn. See
Hey,
there?
what?
I want you to practice throwing a grab and timing your maelstrom on me.
You want me to duel or
Nope,
no?
nope. Just like dry throw it on me. Like this. Just practice that, right? All right, we'll get back to you. Marcus, do it to me now. Nah, wrong.
I don't know
Lucky,
what happened
do it on me now. Show Marcus how you do it.
there.
Well, Dooku, show me how to do it. Too slow. Revy, show me how to do it. That works. I'll take that.
Fast.
It was a little early. Right?
Fast, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Hey, I'll take that. You know what's good about that? You recognize the timing. You recognize that you can only get one light attack in, and that's totally fine. What matters here, guys, is that you layer the maelstrom to pop on the gravity well. And the reason why you want to be focused on that is because it's not always going to be your gravity well. It could be your teammates, where we're all trying to get our maelstroms off at the same time on that pop. Okay? So do you see how that kind of opens the door now for group comp and like group calls for bursts? When we throw our gravity wells, I'm going to throw a gravity well. Okay, maelstrom on me. Maelstrom on me. Good. Spread back out. Spread back out. Spread back out. Okay? All right. I'm going to throw a grav now. Everyone spread out. You guys are going to go to that target. Let's get a little bit closer. A little bit closer. There you go. Better. Spread back out. All right. I want one of you guys to throw a grav now. Let's get in a nice little circle. Pick somebody to throw it at. We're all going to run at them and we're going to do our maelstrom. I don't care who does it. Someone call it out. Marcus. Better. Spread back out. Now, spreading out afterwards is critical. Why? Why is it important that we spread?
Because we just
Don't
pumped
get
up.
caught in a enemy grab.
Exactly.
And we burnt all our resources.
And we burnt everything, right? So, another thing that Maelstrom does is it actually eliminates enemy gravity wells. Gravity well is technically a projectile. Go ahead and open up Great Axe and hover over it. Where it says projecting a powerful tear, that's it actually saying I'm a projectile. Okay. Now go look at Maelstrom. Okay. And then I believe it is the third one down, second passive, Absorb. Consume all projectiles while Maelstrom is active. So you can actually counter enemy gravity wells. Okay. So go ahead, Marcus, throw it on me. Gravity well.
Whoa, dude, that's cool. I didn't know that.
You see that?
Huh.
So if our lines are crashing and you recognize that they got the drop on us on group, you can just burn your maelstrom and suck up that gravity well. Recognizing that is what separates an average bruiser from an exceptional bruiser. Okay? Because it's really awkward to use Maelstrom early, but it's actually a great defensive ability. All it does, though, is it removes your ability to execute an AoE. But guess what? What's the other ability that you have to execute with on this build? You have 3 abilities, guys. If you don't have Maelstrom, what's the other ability you have to execute with?
Creep.
Exactly. So it's not a big deal if you burn it if it means saving your group from a gravity well. All right, Mike, grab on Revy. Then what do? You spread out. You get out of that. Now, another thing we can do to stack dominance, and I'm gonna use the word dominance on a group, is shockwave on top of a clump. Okay? So when I say I'm gonna throw in a gravel on a target and we're diving in to burst them, we don't just wanna like run to them and stand there and say, hey, how's it going? How you doing? We want to get those attacks in, right? Get at least one, better if you can get 2 attacks in, right? And then go for that maelstrom. Now, what's going to govern whether or not you do that maelstrom is how tight they are, okay? If someone goes early on maelstrom, you'll pull everybody in to a tighter clump. If you're the one that does the early maelstrom, if you're the one that does the maelstrom that stops the enemy gravity well, you need to swap to your hammer and land that shock on the clump. Let the rest of your team do the execute, swap back to Reaper, and then execute whoever got out of that burst, okay? That might be a little bit much to digest, but we'll go through it again, all right? So I'm going to throw, I want you guys to throw a gravity well on me. I want you to get, not yet. I want one of you guys to call it out. I don't want to see 2 gravity wells. I want to see one of you call it out. You get on me. You land 1 or 2 light attacks, but always make sure that you get your maelstrom off. And then I want one of you to throw a shockwave before the burst of the gravity well. Okay, one of you's got to slip it in. All right, so go ahead and do it now. I don't care who does it, but one of you guys do it. Perfect. That was perfect. The only thing wrong there was there's no call. Okay?
Yep.
Just to know, here's what that does. You catch him with the gravity well. You guys charge up your damage with light attacks. If he has rending shockwave, it now strips my armor off for you guys to burst me with all those AoEs and executes. If you hit harder by critting, you will now heal even more because I'm low HP. Remember, we have the heal on crits and heal with our low HP passes from the Great Axe. Okay? So the most important thing that bruisers do in comms is they call out targets. They clump only when they're trying to quickly dispatch a group of people. Then they immediately have to declump. Because what we don't want here, I want you, are you guys all grouped up?
Yes.
Yeah, get together real quick.
We are. Oh, clump
No,
up?
I want you guys to stack.
Yeah, clump up.
I'll see if I can do this. You see how much damage that does? Now, I had no pre-buffs there, but now imagine someone else doing that. You guys get shocked inside of that gravity well. You can't dodge to miss anything. So think about it. You're debuffed, and you can't iframe because you're all stunned. That's why it's super important to layer that in, right? But the most important thing is whenever you throw a grab, you call it out so that we don't double up on grabs. Now, we're gonna do another group duel. All right, I want you guys to practice calling out your grabs. Okay, you're gonna hold still, but just lob grabs at me. But you guys are gonna try to get 4 gravity wells off, one after another, but only do it after the gravity well stops, okay? But you got to call it out so that you guys don't double up. We're going to keep doing it till you guys get 4 in a row. And all you're going to do is try to hit me with a gravity well. So who's it going to be?
I got it.
Oh,
JK, let
Nope,
me.
she didn't get it. There's one.
Where we hit?
Grab up.
That was too late.
I'll get the next one.
Missed.
I did miss.
My grab?
Just got the next one. Oh, you little shit. I saw that. All right, reset.
They're all
Reset.
down. I had to hit you with something.
Hey, I like it though. That's good instinct. That's good instincts. All right, we're gonna do it again. Who's got me? Who's gonna get me?
Who's up? Who's up?
Ah, you didn't call it.
You got, yeah, you didn't call
Doesn't
it,
count.
yeah.
Doesn't count.
I
You
said I
didn't
got
hear
it.
Oh,
Oh my god.
I heard nothing there.
I got.
Alright, my grab. Ooh, missed.
Still got 10 seconds.
23 seconds on cooldown.
4, 3. I got it.
A shot.
My grab.
Oh,
I get after this
sure.
one.
5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. My grab. Ooh, nice dodge.
10 seconds on cooldown.
24 seconds.
14 seconds on mine.
3.
I want you guys to prevent me from moving at all. So
Wanna go?
speed it up. Speed it up.
Nice
Speed it up.
shot.
My grab.
Speed it
Nice
up.
shot.
Mine sense.
Speed it up. Come on.
2, 1. My grab. Ooh, nice shot.
Speed it up. Come on.
My grab.
I think our cooldowns are off time.
Yep. So pause. Do you see how if you don't work together, one person can make you guys completely whiff all of your abilities?
Yes.
So if I was you four, whoever had bloodlust in the group, I would just be following that person the whole fucking time. I would be the last grab well. Just staying pressure. If they get out, I'm gonna tap them once so they get staggered. I'm gonna put a reap on them so they hold still so that my group can land those gravity wells. And you prevent me from moving. If you allow me to move, I will live. I will get out of range of that gravity well. So again, practice it. Now here's the other thing. You guys are clumped like that, what happens? I can catch you. So now you have to chase, but without clumping. All right, good. 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 Ah, there's a window there. That was good, that was good.
We burned 2. We didn't need 2 there.
Yep, you're not talking. All right, don't kill me, Jesus. It's getting better, but what's happening is you guys aren't communicating, right?
Right.
Work together. The objective here is to get 4 gravity wells on target so that I don't move. I will give you guys the half of the sphere to allow me to move. If I get outside of half of a sphere, I win. That's a point to me. If you guys keep me within a sphere, that's a point to you guys. Okay? Stack up. Stack up.
I get.
You guys ready? Punks, none of you guys dodged. Come on.
I got first.
I see 2 there.
Grab up.
I grab.
Fucking, oh God, it's so much better. Yes! Yes! That was great. The only thing you didn't do was you didn't talk. Right?
Yep.
Now, think about all the CCs you just threw for one person. Is that an efficient way to hold them down?
No.
No, it's not, right?
Right now.
What if I had 2 or 3 other buddies coming in? They all have their
just-
abilities up, right?
Yeah, and we just use all of ours.
So the trick here is use your teammates' gravity wells to land your light attacks, to land your reaps, okay? To get those hits in like we can do all day long, right? Remember this shit. Don't forget this shit. What I want you guys to learn is like when someone gets caught in a gravity well, you're like, oh shit, easy 10%, no problem. That's an easy 5-10% damage I can get. If you have Mauler's Fury, you're gonna get even more per hit. You're gonna get, what is it, like 8% per hit? You're gonna get 5% from Greed and 3% from Mauler's Fury. Tap, tap, right? All right, group up again. So what I'm working on here, Chad, is I'm trying to tighten up their efficiency and their group calls.
Dude, this is super eye-opening. Thanks for doing this, Krotha.
Of course. Let's see if you guys have learned from last time. Ah, some of you did.
Oh, I got grabbed. No. Shock.
What'd you guys not do there?
Communicate.
You didn't communicate and you didn't dodge the pop.
My grab.
Okay, so, okay.
Better. Now notice how you can get a quick and easy kill and all you're doing is chopping people down, right? You don't have to use your abilities. Let's do it again. Stack up, stack up. Let's see if one of these guys try to stun me. Let's see.
High grab.
My
I got
God.
an X grab. Oh,
Yeah.
Shockwave.
I got an X grab. I got shock.
Better. That was better. That was better. The guys that got in those quick light attacks, that's beautiful. That's perfect. The person who got that reap in, that's great. You don't have to call reap out. Reap, you don't have to call out. You want to ideally use the reap when they're below 50%, but if you use it to keep me inside a grab well, that's just as good, right? Because that grab is also applying snare while I'm inside of it. So that's good instinct. That's good that you're doing that. Okay? Now,
We should go.
what I'm not seeing, I'm not seeing hammer. Numbers are great. If you guys number off like your grabs, the problem
just a
is
grab.
what you don't want to do is create hesitation because like 2's not ready or 3's not ready. That will only work the first time you go through it. Depending on how you land heavy attacks and your cooldown reductions, that timing's going to get messed up like the second time around, even more messed up the third rotation around of your cooldowns. Right? So what's important is that you just talk, but you focus on chopping down a target. You have stuns on hammer. You have pulls on great axe. Use them. All right? Use them. If I'm out of reach and you're on hammer, remember that fast heavy has that lunge to it. And if I'm low HP, you can just bonk me, right? Go for the bonk. All right, let's group up again. All right, I'm gonna see if I can get him with a gravel this time.
My
High
grab.
grab bow. My shockwave.
My grab in 3, 2, 1.
I got shock.
My shock.
Oof.
Fuck.
My grab bow.
My grab in 3, 2, 1. Oops. Missed.
Shock.
That was better, but what did you guys stop doing in the middle of the fight?
Light attacking. and
Communicating and light attacking, right? Revy went down, and you guys went, oh shit, right? That's gonna happen in PvP. What you need to do, your shot caller might go down, right? That can't stop you. You have to maintain that tempo, maintain that discipline, keep communicating. No matter what bullshit comes your way, you keep communicating. Let that shit roll off your back. You keep talking together. You work together on trying to take out that target. Now, another
And-
detail. When I have my great axe out, I am strong. Remember that passive with great axe, right? When there's multiple people around me, I get more damage. I get more mitigation. Okay. So if I'm on my hammer, that's when you really want to press me. If I'm on my great axe, be careful. I can pop you guys.
Yeah, shock.
Grab.
I grab in 3, 2, 1.
God, that was good. That was good. Now, what you guys are not doing is maintaining potions, and you're clumping too much. I did an armor breaker there and popped both of you guys, right? Because you're forgetting your defenses, right? You're forgetting watching for stuns. Okay, I know there's 4 of you, but you still want to dodge my shock. You still want to dodge my wrecking ball, and I know it's tougher when there's a lot of you grouped up. But keep going. You guys are. I can't wait to show you guys where you started and where you're at right now. Like it's night and day difference. So stack back up. Oh, you know why you guys killed me? Because my food was off. You're lucky. All right, we're gonna get sweaty this time. All right, we're gonna get sweaty this time. Let me see if I can kill all 4 of you guys. I think I can. I don't know though. You guys gonna stop me?
Yeah.
Of course.
Oh,
Yeah. Okay, let's see.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see.
Grab it.
Ah, made you use it.
My
Yeah,
grab in,
Oh,
Good stun. Good stun. Good stun.
I grab in 3, 2, 1.
I fucking love it. Good job, guys. That was good. I got nothing there. Let's try it again. Let's try it again.
Hey guys, also remember maybe count down your gravity well instead of just firing them. That way we have a timing and knowing somebody's ready to fire.
Yep.
That's a
My
good
grab 2, 1 now. Okay. Make sure you say the when, like the now, the go, whatever you want to do. Or my grab right now.
wanna grab right now?
My grab now.
My shock.
My grab 2, 1.
Nice.
Forgot about push.
My grab.
Take a potion.
My reap.
How long was I without a potion? Too long, Ravi?
What happened there?
That way you noticed?
Say what?
What happened there, guys?
I hit caps
I was-
lock.
I didn't take a potion, so I was trying to call it out for these guys when they needed it.
So,
What else do you
my
guys do?
grab, My grab now is too quick for everybody to react. We were still throwing grab wells a little too close to one another.
So what can you
I
do
honor-
to get me in good range?
Light attack and reap.
Reap. Yeah. What else can you do to counter when I push into you guys?
Shockwave.
Shockwave.
What
Blast
else?
Break.
with wrecking ball.
Exactly. So there's more than just trying to land gravity well. Start throwing in those other stuff. But remember, try to be as efficient as possible. It's better if you don't use abilities so that you can save them for other people that come into the fight. Now, the
that's
biggest
what I'm getting
thing-
at with the 3-2-1.
The biggest thing that you guys did there was you let me shock multiple of you. And then you let me get a
Yes.
grav on you. And then when I had the grav on you, you guys panicked. You didn't think about the pop. Then I bursted you guys down with my maelstrom. And I got one of you down.
Exactly what
And then I
happened.
waited and I got my potions up. And then I waited on my hammer. Then I got my fortify off of my hammer. And I need the, I got my fortify buff. I'm a little tanky now. I can take their damage. If one of them hits me, I'm going to hit one, maybe 2 of them with armor breaker and punch them in that gut. Knock the wind out of them. Now I'm keyed up to hit them even harder. Okay? Remember, when I'm on my great axe with Mauler's Fury, all right, I'm getting extra damage and mitigation from all of you. All right. When I'm on my hammer, I get minimal mitigation, but I have to land Wrecking Ball to get Fortify. I get Grit when I use this. But remember, you guys can telegraph that. So be watching those abilities. If you don't let me land Hammer like abilities on you, you guys will absolutely destroy me. You literally can just sit here and light attack me down. Use one you could kill me with one Reap and light attacks if you do it right. And that's it. Are you guys ready? Let's go.
Yeah, let's do it. Dude, Krotha's playing a different game, man. I've just been throwing abilities out like nothing, you know, like not thinking about stuff like that.
Yeah. And
Welcome,
I'm
hey,
serious, guys.
welcome
if
to
you go
PvP.
3, 2, 1, it makes it so we're all ready instead of, you know.
I grab well.
My grab is a little quick. My brain, I
I
can.
grab all now.
Better. That was better. Good communication. Let's get back out here in the open. Couldn't get you guys that time. That was good. All right, group back up. Group back up. Good job on the Reap. Good job on keeping me at bay with your own hammer abilities. That was good. I couldn't get underneath any of you. Remember, if I use my shock, I have no way of countering all of you. Just get in on me. Get underneath my pads. Start hitting me with them light attacks and those Reaps. So I'm just like stagger spammed.
My shockwave.
That's a
My
wrecking
grab
ball.
wall.
My gravel.
Good. That's
Okay.
fantastic.
Oh, never mind.
What are you guys not doing?
Potion.
Shoot, man, yeah, I'm trying to focus on these mechanics.
Good stun.
dude,
Good stun.
instead of
Good
bodies.
stun. Nice, Lucky. Nice. Beautiful, Lucky.
Oh,
That was
Guys.
good.
On that Reap,
Should
yeah.
use that gravel to create distance between them.
So take a moment now.
A little second.
Take a moment now.
Circle back.
You guys notice how after the fight, you guys are debriefing each other on what went wrong. You're analyzing, trying to see what the solution is. That is what will separate a good PvPer from an average one. Okay? Even though you lost, that doesn't matter. That you say, oh, hold that L. The L is not a loss, it's a lesson. Always be pursuing the solution to that fight. Never falter when it comes to trying to dissect what happens. Always try to figure out and communicate what could you have done better in a fight. You will learn how to be more efficient. You will learn how to be more effective in PvP. You guys have like already improved so much so far. And all you got to do now is just put it all together. Okay? Think about all that silly stuff that we did. The quick heavies, the dancing around trees, the light attack, fucking dodge bullshit, all that stuff. Okay? Think of all of it.
Well, now.
You clumped.
Oh, yep, clump. We're in. That fell out.
Y'all use your maelstrom. You have no maelstrom now. You're just using abilities to use them now. Come on. You're not healing. I like that. You guys are taking
You're
turns
shocked?
now. You're taking turns now. I like that. Good.
Shocked.
Good CC chain. That was great. That was great. But did you finish on it? Did you capitalize on it? You
I'll
didn't.
grab well.
You let me get away. You let me get away.
Yeah, we did.
You're clumping. Nice. Good read. Good read.
Grab well.
Good job. Fucking beautiful. That was great ending there. That was good. That was great. Way better. Are you guys noticing it's getting better?
Yeah, I feel a big difference. We're starting to be a little more patient,
Yep.
and knowing when to engage.
Yep. Okay. I want everyone to
Yeah,
group up. Everybody in the same group. Everybody get in the same group. Let's see who else. We're missing here. Go Dooku, come over here. All right, come with me. You guys are ready. I want you to port to Merkard.